Danganronpa. So there we go. That's literally the 60-second catch-up you need to be ready for Magical Girl Witch Trials, as it looks really, really good. It looks extremely good, and not only on top of that, I was also trying to get this thing translated to be good. And not only on top of that, I was also trying to get this thing translated to be good. And not only on top of that, I was also trying to get this thing translated. Whoa, okay, that was duplicating a lot. So, with that out of the way, let's go and get right into the game. So, we'll give me a few seconds to make sure that everything is in perfect order, which, even better, it is. So, let's go and get this piece set here, okay, for chat. You know, I gotta keep an eye, make sure that you guys are chilling and grilling on over there. But that thing, beautiful. Everything looks beautiful. Cool. We've beaten the first stream curse, everyone. Thus, good fortune to all. Okay, now put that there. You here, and let us begin the new game. Yeah, baby. I've been waiting for this. And already off to a great start. As I saw just this little tiny portion up to when the screen goes dark. You'll obviously know when. And she's not having a very happy life. Thus, what my theory here would be very interesting is what if it was her to be the mastermind? That would be very, very interesting. So, let's begin here. This is a prison. Thank you, very informative. Oh, there we go. Emma Sakura only wanted to cover her ears to ward off the malice surging around her. Great start to the game. We love an evil protagonist. But she was bound by invisible chains that held tightly. Whoa. There we go. By invisible chains, like a prisoner, unable to even cover her ears tightly. Oh shit. We can't cut to. How about if I could move this right over? Let's go through the log. I'm gonna take a wild guess this would be it. Sometimes textbooks are torn up and discarded. No. I know for a fact we've got history in here. There we go. Much better. Pull me up the... Can we do it like this? Yeah, nope, we're just breaking that shit. Yeah. Oh, it looks like first string curse is still underway. So hold on, we're gonna do this instead. But that shouldn't be too bad. There we go. And do a little vertical rotate right there. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Right, 2 seconds to make sure I don't look like absolutely crazy or bombastic. I do look absolutely crazy and bombastic. So let's do this instead. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's go back to the home screen. Let me make sure that this isn't looking too crazy. Hold up. We're gonna go and do this. We're gonna do like a little vertical rotate. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a shark get vertically rotated. Kind of crazy, but it happens. It happens. Do this. Put that right there. What? I might be caught out. Okay, hold up. There we go. Okay, push that up right there. And perfect. Great. Now, one more. I'm going to do a very quick mute. Enjoy the music. Have yourself a good time. Perfect. Okay, now we are back in business here. So let's keep going here. That was nice. Okay, okay. You know what? This ain't too bad now. Now we're actually cooking here. All right, so let's get started officially. One more time. All right, with our favorite Emma Sakura. So, of course, this is a prison. I'm actually curious what you guys are actually able to see with that. Oh, you guys can't. Dang, that's crazy. Well, don't worry. Your guiding Calamity will go and help you out with that. Emma Sakura only blocked her ears to the noise. I'm just trying to think here, because, ooh. Emma Sakura only wanted to cover her ears to block out the malice surging around her. But she was bound by invisible chains, like a prisoner, unable to even cover her ears tightly. Sometimes being locked in a toilet stall. Hold on, don't worry, chat. I'm happy to help you out, so give me a second. Let's go and do one thing. Let's go and make this perfect. Do that. And we're gonna do a whole screen share. We're able to do that. That could cause its own pros and cons. But I am curious to see where that part goes. Sometimes being locked in a toilet stall. Oh, that's good, actually. So I guess for right now, I'm actually shocked it wouldn't show it all the way on here. So I'm gonna put that here. And then we're gonna do a full screen share. And then we're gonna go and help yourself. So let's do that. It'll be more difficult to check chat, but don't worry, everybody. Just know I'm doing this for you. But yes, still, please drop your comments and all. That'll be funny for later when I watch this back. So we're gonna do share to monitor. Share monitor. And we're gonna go and add in the source. Ooh. Because yeah, now do you know how crazy that would be? Yeah, no, it doesn't really work. Especially if there is voice acting in here. I'm actually very, very curious on that. Okay, so we're gonna go and do this. Whoa, didn't mean to take you guys behind the curtain there. But let's see, I want to just test one thing. So, we already saw this part with the behind the curtain stuff. There we go, perfect. Happy to help out. Sometimes textbooks are torn up and discarded. Sometimes indoors. Sometimes indoor shoes are filled with insects. Okay, they always do that in like Japanese like shows, and honestly, if they do that IRL, do you know how amazing that is? Because imagine you have to wake up at 7 in the morning just to go and grab some bugs to put it in somebody's locker. Is that not kind of crazy? Like, I'm telling you, people sometimes have too much time on their hands. Like, go and stay for your exams. Get to work. Sometimes subjected to collective beatings and lynching. I'm surprised we don't see a bigger, like, mark on her neck. You can see a little something, like, on the entire corner. But, like, show me more. I want to see, like, her become a true mastermind. Because obviously, let's be real here. She's not going to be the protagonist. This isn't the Deku story of, what if I would have jumped? No, she probably would. Or she's probably going to, like, air out the building. Let's put it like that. Sometimes tied up and humiliated in public. Ooh, sometimes. As the bullying grew increasingly severe, her heart felt heavier and heavier, as if it were made of lead. Stop it. Stop. Stop bullying people. Stop fighting, she said proudly. Oh, there we go. Only this sentence, no matter what, cannot be spoken. Only this sentence, no matter what, cannot be spoken. I assume her teachers or other people are going to be bullying her even harder, being insulted, bullied, and mocked day after day with no end in sight. Such cruel acts continued for a long time without ever ceasing. She couldn't help but begin to blame herself for being more cowardly than anyone else. She loathed herself so much that she even wanted to simply disappear. But our dear Emma feeling despair toward her unchanging daily routine, fell into a boundless darkness. The surrounding young girls continuously burst into laughter and cheers. What will our dear Emma do? Please tell me you air out the building. I don't want to be hated. I don't want to be hated. Why does it have to be like this? Can it please not be like this? But until she does something, the heart continues to let out hoarse sobs. For a long time, Emma had been blaming herself. This is where I got to. But one day, she suddenly found the answer. Pulls out an M16. But one day she found the answer. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, Emma, what you got? It would be better if everyone just died. Honestly, based response. Based response. I know, you're supposed to be like, oh, well, you know, maybe she should talk to a trusted adult. Clearly, that trusted adult isn't doing anything. Thus, they're not giving my trust, that's for sure. It would be better to just take out on everyone else. Literally, she is so real for that. Oh, shit, we got voice acting. Fuck yeah. One female feather wing plumage. Chigao. Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. Did you just call her out? Wait, hold on. Perhaps because of a nightmare, her breathing was quite irregular. She was covered in sweat. Okay. Oh, great start already. It was all a dream. Just as she had begun to settle her mind, the scene before her eyes gradually became clear. Huh? What's going on? Where am I? Nice design! Oh, I love the flower petals. Okay. That's good. Good. I want to call it out too early. I like the little pieces right here. I just need these to turn black and then just to fully blossom on her for the flowers, and that'll be perfect. Want me to try and over translate? There we go, perfect. Upon waking, Emma realized that this was not her own room. It was a crudely made bunk bed, and she was sleeping in the bottom bunk. The bed was pressed tight against the old stone wall, which seemed to exude a chill that never failed to make one shudder. The indoor lighting was dim, and the air was not well ventilated. Furthermore, a set of iron bars restricted one's freedom. There we go, so I can move this all out of the way here. Don't want that, just on the bottom. There we go, close enough. The indoor lighting was dim, and the air was not well ventilated. Furthermore, a set of iron bars restricted one's freedom. Cell? A prison cell? Why? Emma fell into a panic, desperately trying to recall her memories from before she went to sleep. I've fallen asleep happily. Do you know what kind of life you've led? There was no shot she was going to be going into high school happily. In fact, you're probably going to be doing worse. Yesterday was the last day of spring break. Emma took a bath early, changed into her pajamas, and crawled into bed early. So why she know where to go. Looking at the uniform she would be wearing tomorrow, Emma flashed a very happy smile. Then wrapped in a warm duvet, I closed my eyes. But now, she's being held in a prison cell, wearing clothes she has never seen before. What was the first nightmare? Where was the prequel and what was the original? Are we for real? But everything around me felt so real. She took a brief look around the room. It was surrounded by solid stone walls with only one side featuring iron bars that connected to the corridor. I'm just trying to take a look around. I guess the original would have been her getting bullied. I'm actually curious what happened in between after she said, "And I hope everyone dies." The television screen is mounted on the wall. Who's going to be your Monokuma representation here? Inside the ancient dungeon, which exuded a medieval atmosphere, This modern display screen felt completely out of place.
ここどこ
Oh,
なの
that's
か
so
な
cute. Okay, I really, really like that design right there. Say, just what kind of place is this? Emma grabbed the iron fence and cried out. Immediately after, the shouts of other young girls could be heard coming from far away in other places.
何を考えていますの私をこんなところに閉じ込めるなんて
How dare you lock me up in a place like this? What is she gonna do though? Like, gently, like, what is she gonna do? Like, you already got kidnapped. You're already behind the iron bars. What are you actually gonna do?
監禁とか犯罪だよこれ誰だか知らないけど人生終わるよ
Imprisoning a young girl is a crime. I don't know who did it, but whoever committed such an act is finished for life. Why'd you put a question mark at the end? You literally are done for. You're never gonna be able to leave. And yes, whoever committed such an act is finished for life. Yes, they most likely are. Imprisoning a young girl is a crime. Imprisoning anybody is a crime, actually. Crazy enough. So, no, I don't know about that. I might fuck with her personality. I might fuck with her personality.
よかった閉じ込められてるのは僕だけじゃない
Okay, already? Do you know how crazy that is to have that as your mindset? Well, at least I'm not the only one that got locked up. Hey, that's kind of fucked. That's kind of fucked that that's your mindset. Like, well, at least I won't be the only one that dies here. Jeez. Alright, Emma, I'm glad that, Ooh, high school is gonna go great. Yeah. The scene suddenly became noisy, and a look of relief appeared on Emma's face, immediately following
静
that.
かにしてくれないか
Trying to think. I need to see designs. I need to see some character designs before I say, yep, that's the one that I want to have live. But it might be the like quiet Homura voice for me. I'm not gonna lie. That might kind of do it for me. A crisp voice suddenly rang out from behind Emma. Emma looked toward the sound and saw someone on the top bunk of the bed just sitting up.
騒がしいのは正しくない
Oh, yeah, you're peak. Yep, you're fucking peak. You're fucking. That actually looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. So Emma looked toward the sound and saw someone, my future wife, on top of the bunk bed. On the top bunk of the bunk bed, just sitting up. Oh, fuck, I like that design. I really, really like black with red. It's just an exhilarating color combination. Oh my gosh, you're nice. Okay, so let's see. Emma was utterly shocked, momentarily forgetting to breathe because she recognized the young girl who's
嘘で
speaking.
しょ二階堂ひろちゃん
Hiro Nikaido. Okay, yeah. You might have to have my last name. Shiro Nikaido. Tell me about her. It was during Emma's middle school years, the classmate who plunged her into darkness. The classmate plunged her into darkness, yet was also the much admired young girl who always smiled adorably at the center of the crowd. Yeah, she's my type. She's grown on me. Now, yes, I know she bullied Emma extremely badly, and yes, she probably shouldn't have been up at like 6 or 7 in the morning to get insects and bugs to put into her locker. But she's also kind of hot, so like, you know, shit, just look at the draw, I guess. Let's see. Hiro, who had locked eyes with her, also widened her eyes significantly. It was Emma's first time seeing someone stare with eyes so wide.
なぜ君がここに
Why are you here? Hiro climbed lightly out of bed and asked Emma. An old classmate unexpectedly appeared before her eyes, leaving a panicked Emma speechless. Okay, is this going to be the type of game where everyone that Emma hated and bullied her is going to be trapped here, and Emma's got to like kill them with getting away with it and not be caught being the Blacken and graduate? Is that how this works? Is this really all for Emma? Mind you, this is a lot to do just for Emma, and I'm curious to see where the magical girls part comes in. But overall, though, I know this chick is evil, but we gotta have our Chiaki, gotta have our Nagito, and we've gotta have our investigator, or at least our partner in crime here. Let's put it like that. So, obviously, she should live. Also because the outfit's really nice. Do you really want to see it covered in blood? Do you? The answer yes. You're sick. Now anyone that's like no, because she's hot? Kind of base, kind of base. But I like both of their designs. I like how opposite it is. I really, really like that so badly. Also, just... Ooh, I'm so curious to see where this goes. An old classmate unexpectedly appeared before her eyes, leaving a panicked Emma speechless. Where is this? Hiro looked around frantically and asked in a high-pitched, nervous voice. Honestly, I couldn't blame her. I say, Hiro. Emma mustered her courage and tried to strike up a conversation with an old acquaintance, even though she hated her, and let's be honest, Emma probably did too. At this time, a voice came from the display screen on the wall. Emma and Hiro were startled, then looked towards the screen. Okay. Kind of interesting. Here. What? Okay. So we got ourselves a cool looking owl. I like that. Like they just be watching and shit. Wait, what's going on? An owl monster?
もしもし、映像って見えてます？なんせ古くて故障が多いので、やれやれ。
Why is he making it sound like it's a pain for him to be here? I'm the one trapped in prison right now. That said, it said, after all, this machine is many years old and it has a lot of malfunctions. So, have other people died here too? I assume that's our go-ahead right there.
極長と申します。
Hello everyone, I'm the warden.
詳しい説明がしたいので、ラウンジに集合してください。
Everyone with a detailed explanation. Please gather in the
官
drawing
房の
room.
鍵を
Are
開
we
けます
locked
の
in
で、
here?
監視の後についてきてください。
Guards. Ooh, okay, okay.
抵抗とか自由なんです
Oh,
が、
I don't attack them,
命
right?
とかなくなっちゃうので、はい。
Keep your law. Okay, Fiery Chick is gonna die first. Wait, did I see a comment on the side? That's interesting. So, okay, so maybe this is another, like, everyone's watching type of game. The display screen turned pitch black once again. Yeah, y'all cooked. Emma seemed unable to keep up with its changing situation. Standing frozen in place, Hiro, who was beside her, was the same. Immediately following that, from the other side of the iron fence, the aisle, came the sound of something heavy moving, getting closer and closer. That voice carried a sensation that made one's hair stand on end, causing Emma and the others to instinctively sense danger. Emma and Hiro tensed their bodies, then slowly shifted their gaze toward the aisle. Oh, you look cool. I will give this game credit. It really is good with designs. Emma, who had almost let out a scream, covered her mouth with both hands. I mean, you're already in the jail cell. I feel like they're probably more happy you did scream than the other. An unknown object clad in tattered black clothing appeared ahead. It was approximately 2 to 3 meters tall. Although wearing a mask and concealing its face, its appearance clearly indicates that it is not.
Hiro-chan!
I would be pissed. Do not say my name. Driven by fear, Emma couldn't help but grip Hiro's arm tightly. Even Hiro, who had been strong moments ago, stood frozen, staring at the xenomorph in the corridor. I thought someone already fucking died. Like, we just started the game, and I thought someone already died. Okay. Emma and the others heard that someone from another cell had been forcibly taken away by a monster. This made the two of them feel increasingly afraid. Oh damn. He locked it quick. Will Kaidang's bro's so-called explanation clarify the situation? Then I must get there quickly. I'll just call him literally the warden. Hiro muttered to herself, then looked toward Emma beside her. It was then that she finally realized Emma was gripping her tightly. Like, bitch, get off! She forcibly shook off Emma's hand.
気安く触れないでほしい。忘れてもらっては困る。私は君が嫌いなんだ。
I'll say base. Base to double down. Even in a horror situation where they both could potentially die. He's like, ew. Bitch. And slaps her away. Honestly, I respect the height. Oh my gosh. For every grind set, you have to have your hate set. And she is locking in nicely. A deep sense of loathing was visible in Hiro's eyes. The door that had been tightly locked just a moment ago when Emma was clutching the iron fence now opened with a gentle push. Okay. A cool background design. This place... Where are we? We have lights, so are we in some type of sewer system? Or we have to be at least close to the top of the ground here, if there's anything even showing up. The door that had been tightly locked just a moment ago when Emma was clutching the iron fence now opened with a gentle push. Oh, well, hold on. I'm also trying to figure this out. Remember, he also said that there had been multiple malfunctions that have been happening over the years. So how long has this been going on that literally this place is actually falling apart? Like, it takes way longer for erosion, but the fact that there's any light showing up in here is like actually kind of insane. Emma immediately followed behind Hiro onto the corridor. I'll make sure that translates accordingly.
待ってよ、ヒロちゃん。
Many young girls appeared in the aisle again. The girls' gazes were all focused on Emma, except for Hiro. Emma had not met any of these girls before. That's interesting.
全員中学の頃の同級生だったらどうしようかと。
That's... I hate that they actually knew what I was thinking. That actually kind of pissed me off. Okay. Now we have to go and figure out the next one. So what is the connection here? Is it that every girl has their, like, hateful counterpart? Or is it that these people all just literally... It was just a coincidence that Emma and Hiro showed up. However, everyone looked to be about the same age as themselves. Just like Emma and Hiro, they were all dressed in wondrous clothes. And ahead in the aisle, an alien in black clothing was moving.
あの異形が看守ってことなのかな。
That xenomorph is a so-called guard, right? The other girls were also pale with fright and they had lost as to what to do, so they had no choice but to follow the guards and began moving. Hiro walked far ahead of Emma. Emma jogged to catch up with him. How do you associate with me?
あのね、いろいろあったけど、ヒロちゃんにまた会えてよかった。僕、変わったんだよ。もう前の僕じゃない。ヒロちゃんと友達になりたいんだ。
Why do you think I would still like you? Jane, like that ass. Really break that down. Like, oh, you grow the person? That's great. I love that for you. Don't fucking touch me again and leave me alone. There's definitely a reason why Hiro did not wait for our dearest Emma. Hiro seemed determined to ignore Emma, not slowing her
僕、
pace.
諦めないから。
Okay, that was kind of nice though. Like low-key, you gotta respect it though. Like Emma is actually trying really, really hard though. Hiro let out a grinding sound of teeth and turned around to face Emma. Then, without hesitation, pushed Emma. Emma immediately fell to the ground, her knees scraping against the hard stone. And Hiro, who had struck her, was looking down at Emma with a
君
fierce
が変わっ
glare.
たとして、そのことが私に何の意味が。
Face.
私が君を嫌いなことは変わらない。この先、永遠に。
What? Okay. I'm really so curious here. Jaylee, what did Emma do? All she did was just, at least from her backstory, we don't know what happened after, and I quote, and if only everyone died. But I am still trying to piece together what's going on here with why Hiro just hates Emma with such a burning, exhilarating passion. Maybe because she would have just like casually just be kind to others without having to fake it. Maybe that's it, like a bad reflection. I'll say a dark reflection, but I assume it would be a bright reflection in this instance. Like I give your Sonic and Shadow, it's a shadow, it would be a bright reflection for Sonic. So, I assume that's what's going on there. Hero said fiercely, then turned and laughed. Whoa, new design. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, who are you? Uh-oh. Nope, nothing. The young girl with light blue hair was observing with great interest. Cool room, though. Wow, so big. Yo. It turns out the cell where Emma and the others are being held is located underground. Who would have thunk? Climbing the long staircase, one is met by a spacious entrance hall filled with the atmosphere of luxurious mansion. The long corridor stretched endlessly, with an uncountable number of doors along its long grand staircase leading to the upper floors was so long that one's neck would ache from looking upward just to catch a glimpse of the top. Okay, wait, is there a way to like pull that out? Oh, okay, well. Okay, well, we're just gonna go over that part. Okay. The guard entered a nearby room, and Emma followed him inside. This should be the living room. Unlike the cold and oppressive underground, this was a grand and magnificent space, yet one that exuded an air of wickedness. High ceilings hung with chandeliers, and the floor was covered with an old velvet carpet. The room was also equipped with a sofa and also a heater, which is nice. It looks like there's a fireplace in the background as well on the far left. The items decorating the interior were quite eccentric. Among them, one thing caught Emma's eye. Is this thing for real? Oh, that's cool. Okay, sweet. We got ourselves some crossbows. Glad they zoomed in on that, because I was about to like, okay, are we talking about like that skull over there? Because like that's interesting. And definitely with the whole murder game situation, that probably is somebody's actual skull there. A massive crossbow hung on the wall. Its exaggerated size dominated her field of vision, letting a chill down Emma's spine. A guard in black stood outside the door, guarding the entrance to the connecting passage. Since the entrance has been blocked, it looks like everyone has arrived. In the spacious drawing room, a total of 13 young girls were gathered. They look pretty cool. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Is that like a sheep? You got like a little sheep with you? Yuzang was curled up in a corner of the room, looking like a girl with social anxiety. You are peak. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Just open your eyes. Let me see what you're about. Okay. A free-spirited young girl humming a tune while rearranging their room's layout as she... You've got to be kidding me. I'll kill you. I thought it was going to be more like the macho buff type that was like the delinquent in high school. But they are all the same age, and yet... Well, maybe she'd just like to be like more cautious. I like the mask, the red eyes and silver hair. I like the little droopiness of the like hoodie. That's... And what about your tattoo? That's just a bandage. Okay. I need more screen time. I need more screen time. If this is like Danganronpa in the exact same metrics, then I am definitely gonna be doing a social link with her. Her and the one with the paint colored hair, with the multicolored hair. That was nice. Alright, let's see what you're about. A masked delinquent venting... Okay, isn't it ironic I said delinquent? Venting her anger aimlessly. Yeah, a lot of y'all are angry. Golly. Don't you think it smells bad here? Yeah, we just... Well, the stairs underground probably brought the smell up. So, like, yes, this place is gonna smell. And there's also a crossbow. There's the hanging heads right there and the literal skull. But yes, I would assume that it does, in fact, smell bad here. A cat-eared girl pitching her nose, expressing her disgust quite overtly.
やれやれ。
Yara yara. Yeah. Damn. No, go back. Hold on. How do I go back? Wait, hold on. I'm translating this part just in case. Okay. Move it backward. That didn't work. And there was a girl with a bewitching aura wearing a smile as if she were a mere bystander. Can I go for it? Okay. Can I translate like this? A girl sang with a face full of weirdness, revealing a high level of exposure. She damn right. Golly. Girl with bewitching aura, wearing a smile like a bystander. She is definitely getting stabbed in her chest. Like it's going to, like, imagine you're trying to stab her in the chest and you're like, because you're trying to make it look like a good murder, right? And you've got to like really move like titty A, titty B, and be like, okay, let's hold this. You have to like use your arm, like to keep everything pushed. Like you have to use your elbow for titty A, and your like actual like hand and palm for titty B, and then you're like, ah! But there's just so much titty meat. It's just insane. Now, I do like the like more like mischievous types of chicks, so like this girl is kind of working. Like either she has to be more of like extremely energetic, extremely cold, or she has to be like that fine balance. Like she's like a little bit bratty with this, with like that mischievous smile, and you know that she's probably gonna try to trick you. She's more of a trickster type. But on the other hand, she would also be really good with business, and also got style with it. Like she would be the type that would make sex like great. Like it would be like, ooh my gosh, like I didn't even think about that. Because she'd just be seducing like that. That could be interesting. You know, she's already in the top 3 now. She's in my top 3. Top 3 has to be Lily. Her, I'd put her as, you know, for right now, I'm putting her as number 2. I have a feeling something might happen with her. She is my favorite. I do like the trickster types. I like that like overly confident like type of trickster type. I like that. But I'm curious about what that little like who is the girl with like pink colored hair where she had like multiple colors in her hair. I'm curious about what she's about. So for right now, she's number 1 because I feel like she's gonna be either comedy relief, she's going to be like the heart of the group, or she's going to be like a really, really good murderer. And fingers crossed she doesn't get murdered. You see why that one's number 4? But if she does get murdered, then she gets bumped up to number 1. So technically, this all works out for me either way. So, you know, let's see here. What else are you about? And there was a girl who smiled like a bystander, exuding an enchanting, bewitching aura. Crazy. Additionally, there was a young girl. There was another young girl, observing everyone from by the wall. Okay. Alright. Who the hell are you? Okay. Not much for conversation, are you? Her eyes very, very dim. The most eye-catching thing about her was the massive firearm she carried on her back. You're damn right. Okay, how did... So none of the guards took that from her, and I'm just supposed to believe that she's just like everyone else. I'm not. Maybe if the mastermind's like, oh, well, it's whatever you're carrying on your person. Okay, well, what was she doing with that gun before she got kidnapped? How did you kidnap her with that gun? Don't get me wrong. I get it. These guards are monsters. But, like, I don't think they're insert title card invincible as well. So, how did we get around that? How did we do that? Okay. So, the most eye-catching thing about her was the massive firearm she carried on her back. Though, whether it was real or not remains uncertain. You're gonna be our investigator, aren't you? You're gonna be her. I can already tell because she's got the fucking magnifying glass. Which I like that the magnifying glass looks like a magic wand. Wow, that's really impressive. At that moment, the girl with light blue hair spoke up loudly, a bright, happy smile across her face, completely out of place with the atmosphere of the scene.
突然牢屋で目覚め、化け物に見張られていて、なんかすごいことが起こっているのを感じます。高まっちゃいますよね。
Okay. Maybe it's just the tone of the room here. I just would not expect someone to just say that out of the blue, but that does There technically isn't anything to be worried about yet. He definitely will probably be the one that helps us investigate. Now, I hope that she is the opposite. I know, I guess more of like a Chiaki, where she's like extremely like upbeat. Not extremely upbeat, she's more like antisocial, like just really just chilling with her games. But at least like later on, after like case after case, she actually did start to like really like grow some emotion here, which to avoid spoilers. But like, I hope that it's like that where she's really, really upbeat throughout the entire, like while she's talking to everybody. But the moment she gets into a trial, she's like, not a chance. No, that's wrong. And just call somebody out. I think she's gonna be that type. So she's gonna be the opposite of how my favorite girl is. Which I'm curious how that works for dynamics here. Because I don't know. I'm really, really thinking here how that could be. Now, which one's better? Is it better for her to be seductive on the outside, but then like, no, I guess seductive and evil on the outside, but good on the inside? We don't even know that for a fact yet. It could just be like Celeste. Damn. I'm gonna slash so hard if any of those names got like misplaced. But she could be like that, where she's like, acts like super cool and composed on the outside, but like deep down she's like freaking the fuck out. She is not freaking the fuck out. She seems very, very like, actually very happy to just be here. Like, wow, this genuinely is a dream come true. It should really change the music too. So, kind of interesting. Very unexpected reaction though. I would not. Aww. Honestly, I'm gonna need that hug. The girl with water blue hair and eyes flashing with curiosity suddenly grasped Emma's hands. That's cute. Did they do a little jump? Then she shook it vigorously up and down. She seemed to be using a bit too much force, causing Emma to wince in pain. Oh, she said this. Wow, we got our princess type. Yep, you got it. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we've got our top three officially. Okay, Hero got knocked to the curb very quickly. I'm not gonna lie, like it's cool. That emotionless shit is nice. Like, wow, like yeah, really just don't give a singular fuck. But there's not giving a fuck, and there's not giving a fuck, but showing that as well through body language and tone of voice. She is doing that. What is your name, dear Watson? Yeah, see, I fuck with this. I fuck with princess types. I like that really a lot, which is why Capella Emerauda Lagunica is peak. And we'll always stand by that. She is peak. Beatrice the Golden Witch is peak. Literally, if she's royalty, she's got my number in her phone. That's just how good these characters are. And it's just nice to see. And I like that she has like such a nature motif, like a queen, like, would it be like a Teresa? I guess it would be something like that. Where like Mother Nature and how she's like, can be cruel but also kind. That's nice, that's nice. Ooh, oh my gosh, so many good symbols. Oh, peak, and this is why princess types are great. The moment I heard that, I knew it was gamed. Like, literally, it's just the Desuwa is peak. Literally, when I hear that, I just need to do like an oh ho ho ho. Whole like a Sadako Hojo. Whole thing like that. And literally, she will be going up. Literally, the stocks, or whatever her name is going up very, very quickly. The voice of this interrupting young girl was the same shrill voice that had been heard over by the cells just now. Yeah, okay, well, that makes sense. They're literally, like, going to, like, ruin her dress. Like, it's white. No, I don't want that damage. Let's see. And they're a little pale, ain't they? Here, so these people are actually already... It's like, her hair is, like, look very, very pale and cold. But, like, her face, which the spotlight's on, is bright. It's bright. She has blush on. she's really, really trying to like have as many bright colors. At least at the very top versus like lower down. Like she's got black, dark green, and she's got the little bow, which pretty nice touch. Pretty nice touch. She has a petite figure and is as cute as a doll, you ain't lying, but her tone of voice feels a bit unnatural. You mean perfect. You mean natural. That's good. That's good. I like it. Really, if you know any princess types of characters or any games with princesses and they act just like her and or they're like really, really fun, let me know. I will play those. I like princess types. I like the type of chick that knows what she wants and how to go do it. That's so cool to me. I absolutely adore that shit. It's actually so peaked. I can't tell you otherwise. Like, this is my thing, chat. I love magical girls. I really love magical girls, but I love magical girls that know they're the shit because they're magical girls. Or let's just say that they're just above in some way in form of status. I love that shit. I love that shit. Okay. Golly. Yeah, Hero's gone. Hero's out of here. Now, it was a shame. It was a good run, you know, but I don't know how long this stream is, but you know how long this stream is. Thus, I expect you to be able to say, oh, hey, it's this long. And I'd be like, I didn't know that. See, it's been X amount of time, and now she's already risen up to the top. Ah, so good. So good. There were many young girls in the room, and among them... Ooh, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, that's so boy. Okay, immediately following that, the petite girl's face suddenly flushed bright red. Who was just laughing? Aw, she's got insecurity. Okay, chat, never mind, she's now number one. There's one thing I love more than a royalty type. It's like, imagine this. Imagine that there's like a family of royalty, and like you have like, she's technically like the youngest in the family. Like none of the other higher ups respect her, and yet she's trying like very, very hard to reach up. Not only is she royalty, because she's gonna treat you worse, way worse. Because guess what? She's royalty, and you're what? Not royalty. But she's still trying to be better than everyone else. There's which way I like better? Because you get to see the journey. You get to see the journey of how she goes from like an insecure princess to the queen of the household, or to the head of the household. That's interesting. I love those types of stories. I love confident princesses. I love insecure princesses. Mind you though, story-wise, and honestly, overall, I kind of like the insecure princess, because she's definitely going to be taking all of that anger on you. So if you are a masochist, you are going to love that shit. But as she rises up and becomes the true heir to the household, guess what? Now she has that confidence, but also has that build up, that bond with you to really just help put things in order. That's what makes that good, chat. That's what makes that so good. Absolutely adore and absolutely love it. So, who was just laughing? That's so cute. I like that I want her to live to the end. If I had the ability to, I would make her live to the end. I don't care if she's in the mastermind. Let me see that smile. Let me see that like crazy, like Kokichi smile. Like I forgot that in one of the scenes, bro just goes inverted on the colors. It's really good. I think it's when you're playing as Shuichi and you tell a lie during case 5. I almost said who the culprit was in that case. That's crazy. But like, and he's like, ooh, I think you just lied right now. He's like, wait, what? And he's like, just kidding. Kokichi was such a peak character. I liked what his backstory was. His backstory was so... It was so... but it needs to be made. It needs to be made because when he goes to Mikan and Lily... Whoa. Shit. Is her name Mikan? We're just gonna roll with her name Mikan. I actually forgot what her name is. But we all know who we're talking about here. So, like, when he actually goes there and is like, yo, like, I actually do need help. And she's like, what? Because she, like, has no, like, actual fucking backbone. That's why I like her. She's also, like, insecure, but also smart as all fuck. Like, literally, she is literally smart as hell, and nobody talks about it. She is literally such a good character. Actually, really liked her. I really liked her. But point being here is that back to this. Sorry. It's just that your tone of voice feels a bit strange. But yeah, no, there's so many. I actually can't fully. You look kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. Oh dang. Okay, this actually might be one of my favorites. I really like it. The androgynous girl took a step forward. It's kind of funny that they say androgynous. I literally see titty meat. She's tall, exuding a dashing heroism reminiscent of a knight. Yeah, that's why I like it. It feels nice. Okay, let's see. As the saying goes, to add flowers to brocade, a rapier hung at her waist, further enhancing her elegance. So one of us has a gun, one of us has a rapier, one of us has a flower fan or a nature fan. The others have nothing. I'm like really thinking about that. The others literally don't have jack going on at all. Hold on 2 seconds. I just need to do a little bit of a vibe check. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. Make sure everything's running smooth real quick. If everything is perfect, if everything isn't, then guess what? We can go and add on to that to make sure everything is going smooth. Yeah. Fingers crossed I actually put this in a really cool spot, because if not, this thing's gonna look really weird. But let's see. How's it sound? Dang. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to wait out the ads. Funnily enough, ironically enough, I'm not gonna lie. Hashtag don't block the ads. Much appreciated. I ain't got much else to say other than that. Okay. Dang, there's a lot of ads. I low-key might just run with this and just say, you know what? It's pretty nice. Well, while we're waiting on this, I'm just gonna let that play out. Right now, her design is really cool. I'm curious about what happens with the gloves though, because like, how are we gonna be able to tell if it's a murder weapon? At least in, yeah, her design looks sick. Okay, how do you sound? Oh, jeez, dang. Okay, so I played the video and I got. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, so not bad. I think I'm probably gonna turn down the desktop audio just a little bit, but other than that, no complaints. Like overall, it sounds like pretty nice. Okay, so let's get you back over here. And let's get you weighed. Be right over here. No. Damn, I'm just fumbling this shit. Okay, hold up. Oh. Maybe like a little higher? No. Maybe a little low? No. What the fuck is it? Okay, wait, hold on. I need to do this like weird shit where I put it like this and then aim it over here. Okay. And are we golden on? It's loading. We are perfect. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's go to here and let's turn on the desktop audio. Like 35. Oh wait, what? Really? Okay, stop pulling. Try not to expose too much. Jeez, what the fuck is happening? That originally 24. 24 is fine. Jeez. Hey, what the fuck? How did I just get back here? Wait. I was here the whole time, right? Like, oh, fuck. Nuts.
みんな初対面だと思うから、よかったら自己紹介をしていかないか?
Did I like legitimately just make a comeback here? I didn't even do anything, mind you. I literally just pressed Control Z to put it back to how it was, right? Oh my gosh, this thing is so... Okay. What what's going on right now? Okay, well, at least you're able to see everything. And even then, at least the audio is playing. And put that there. I love this is going on. Okay, it's cool. So I got my cool little eyes right there. Alright, so wait, hold up. Let's go and tilt you right over here. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna be looking right here then. Taylor, it'd be better for you to be right here. Oh shit, it's about to fall over. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, we have to do it like this, so technically it'd be better to do it like so. Okay, so we're gonna do it like that. We're gonna do it like that, which I don't need that falling. Oh, it's about to fall. Okay. Steady. Okay, perfect. Alright, cool. And one more thing. So be right back. Stay on the line here. Okay, that should be accurate. So let's do that. Okay, so that's. I didn't even mute this. Okay, so I actually have no idea. So cool. Let's hop back in. Hold on. Oh shoot! Whoa! Hold on. Roll. There we go. Okay, now let's hop right back into this.
先に名乗らせてもらうよ。
Perfect. It
私の名前は
uses
ハスミレイヤ。
her anyway, so I didn't even have to do all of that. But I'm actually glad because I don't know if the monitor, the VTuber model was there. And it literally just jumps in then. Okay. I'll take the lead. My name is Leah. Leah Hasumi.
当のハンナですわ。お見知りおき遊ぶ。お見知りおき遊ば
Emma
せて。
Tono. Aw, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, she said, please look after me from now on. Like, dang. Like, you can tell she was neglected hard as fuck. And now it's, please take a look at me from now on.
ちょっとお先によろしいかしら。あなた、レイヤさんと言ったわね。いきなり人のことを笑うのは失礼じゃなくて。
すまない。そんなに気にしてるなんて思わなかったんだ。お手柔らかに頼むよ。
Let's say fuck you.
気にしてないし。
Aw, you're so easy to please. Golly. That's
その
the
話し
back
方は
note.
ご両親に
Double
教わったの
down.
かい？
Tono Fuji using your parent. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, her parents definitely taught her that. That's why she can't actually speak her
もう
mind.
突っ込まないでいいからほっとけですわ。
The same chat, she didn't deny it either. So, her hands were clenched in the fists, trembling incessantly. It seemed her pride had been deeply wounded. The atmosphere on site dropped to freezing due to the awkwardness at that moment. A young girl, oblivious to the mood, raised her hand with great enthusiasm. Yes, Emma, please
私は立花シェリーって言います。
share
事
it.
件があるところに私あり。この名探偵にお任せください。
Wherever there is a case, there I am. Leave everything to me, the great detective. How dare you try to take Erica's title?
名探偵？あなたが？
Thank you. Leave
そう
it
で
to
す
my
よ。
girl Erica
へ
Peruda.
へん。なんせミステリマニアですからね。
I'm a mystery
実
fan.
際に何か事件を解決した経験があるのかい？
That's actually a very
そ
fair
れはまだありま
question.
せんね。
Or do you just read books? Not yet, of course. It's all
そうかい。
so
少し
you're
頭
not
が
a
痛くなってき
detective.
たな。次に行こうか。
A bit of a
君の名前を教えてくれないか？
go for it, Emma. Emma, who had been called out to, snapped into a position with a swish.
最初が肝心。自己紹介で僕の第一印象が決まるんだから、気合い。
Oh, pull yourself together. Come on, you can do
僕
that.
は桜庭エマ。
Kind of stuttered, but I fuck with the courage. And she did with smile too. That's nice. Who the fuck are you? And damn, Nutty. Golly. I need... Please. Said the whole wrong line. While signing her name, a young girl rushed to Emma's side in a panic.
私の名前はひかみめるるです。
I already don't like her.
それで
I'm
エマ
not
さ
gonna
ん。
lie. A little too pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. You can tell she's like a real, like, I assume she's just a really big church girl. And she's just like, let's be real here. I bet she's the like biggest social butterfly of God. But like, I'm just, I mean, yeah, no, she's not really doing much for me. In fact, the more I think about how much she's not doing for me, I'm really starting to think, okay, I actually don't like her. She's too pitiful. Like, she definitely would either, who knows, maybe this is like a Sayaka act, and she's actually like trying to trick us. Maybe she's like a dirty, dirty liar, and she's actually evil. But like, I don't think like anyone would act that hard. I mean, yes, Emma, that you. Oh, jeez.
なんだろう。
There's something in the matter. Like, at least from Emma's perspective, at least shows she actually is grown and actually isn't like a heartless monster here. Like, she's like, doesn't matter. She probably could have like pulled that through like a little bit better. But at least she's not like
しちゃってます。
doing the same or like started through her intro as well. And she seems to be like a nice person, at least, that she's gonna actually help heal wounds and such. I mean, that can be really cool. Probably do like a little bit of like prayer and then actually like heal your wounds. So that's something here. Maybe she could be like the medic in its own way. Although there were some stumbles, Malulu finally finished speaking. Emma looked down at her knees and realized they were bleeding. Oh yeah, she
ヒロ
did
ちゃん
get
に突き飛ばされた
head.
時か。
I got just now from when Hero pushed me down. Oh hey, we are missing Hero's introduction. So like that could actually be like a nice transition. On top of that, I like that Emma's not like, well, yeah, I just fell. Or, oh, I just like, somebody did it, but I don't want to name their name. She has grown. Like, yeah, no, I'm not, like, I'm trying to be your friend here, but like, I'm not taking a shit either.
大したことないよ。大丈夫。
It's not a problem at all. It's fine. I feel like that should be like the warning sign to everyone, like, oh hey, Hero is a genuine problem. This, of course, is a problem. Hey, yo. And then, Malulu wore an expression as if she were on the verge of tears, dropped to one knee, and placed her hand on Emma's. Okay, you can actually tell she's actually a really caring person. But at least, like, I do like that way, and especially this happens with every Dangan game. That you're gonna have your people that are generally just really nice people that are just, like, put in a bad situation. But, like, they would never kill anybody. I'm actually getting the vibe Malulu wouldn't do that. Now, remember, this is still Danganronpa type game. So either two things are gonna happen here. Either Malulu is gonna be the culprit, or it's gonna be Hero trying to kill Emma. I think that happens usually, let's see here. At least for Dangan 1, it was case 5. That one wasn't too bad. V2, no, that was also case 5. V3, it was different, but technically, yes, that would be case 5 as well. Which it was honestly really good. I'd say like case 5. Case 1 for V1 was really interesting. I found that really, really interesting. Case 2, I feel like case 5 is always really, really good. But case 5 for the V3 was always my favorite. Because there were so many extra parts to it. That was really, really good. And yes, obviously, V2 was the exact same way. V1, it was kind of just, you had to trust. You literally just had to trust her, and you were literally good. But V2, that was difficult. Because you didn't know what was the exact, like, cause that happened here. And if we didn't know it, and also who threw it, that was really good. That was actually really good. But V3, that was good. That was really good. And mind you, it would have like broke everything. So like it would have like actually been like really beneficial. So case 1 was trust. V1 was trust. V2 was literally you didn't know who was gonna do it, which that was the point. That was literally the point. And they had to think on how that person used their V3 was also very, very well done because there was so much that happened over that time frame. You also have to put in all the extra pieces here. And generally, someone is trying to actually help them, but Malulu wore an expression as if she were on the verge of tears. She dropped to one knee and placed her hand on Emma's knee. A light emanated from Maruru's palm, and the wound on Emma's knee was healing visibly to the naked eye. Holy shit. Okay, so we just already have magic. I thought it was gonna be like implemented like a little bit later or like something of that nature. Just a moment ago, everyone present was eyeing each other with suspicion, but in that instant, all eyes were collectively fixed on the miraculous power she had displayed. How the fuck did you do that? Shit, I'd say the same. Like, thanks, man. Like, how the fuck did you do that? Willing to meet Emma's eye. I like how now. Oh, dang it, never mind. I thought it was like. I got the name switched for a second. I was like, okay. I like how like the switch in like characters happen. Preparing to return to the previous topic.
その不思議な力について詳しく聞きたいところだけど、まだ他の子も残っているよね。お互いの自己紹介を優先しようか。
ああ、私の名前は沢渡ココね。んで、さ、ちょっといい？私、あんたのことテレビで見たことある気がして。
Why does her voice sound familiar? A young girl calling herself Coco, approaching Rhea's side, I cast an unserved gaze upon her.
あ、それ私も思いました。有名人の方でしょうか。言われてみれば、僕も見たような。舞台やテレビや映画でも活躍してる女優さんで、すごくかっこいい子だなって。まさか本人
？She's active in stage plays, TV shows, and she has a super great figure and looks. Could it really be her?
芸能事務所に所属。
やっぱりすごい生芸能人初めて見ました。ちょっぜなめ。私が先に見つけたっつの。私配信しててさ、とりあえずコラボして。
I'm a streamer online based. Okay. Really, you're amazing. This is my first time seeing a celebrity in person. Please give me your autograph. Okay, what about these two? Because I belong to a talent agency, I'm quite busy with work on a regular basis. My most frequent engagements are stage plays, though I also appear in television programs often. Hello, you're being a nuisance. I was the one who discovered her social media account. She works as a streamer. Someone who found it first. I'm a streamer online, so anyway, come do a collab with me. Kind of based. You know what? I love the initiative. I really like the initiative.
今は自己紹介の途中だし、その話は後でまた。君たち次いいかな？
Probably gonna die. Probably going to die. That said, at least we know 2 people aren't gonna want her dead. So like, at least we can cast them out. Because it's always the leader types that die first. I think that literally was the point of V2, and they also happened in V3, and no, V1 that never happened. The self-instructions aren't even finished yet, but let's leave that for later. Can we move on to the next one? Well, at least I do like that this game is fully voice acted. I do actually really appreciate that. Obviously, you have your narrator parts, but other than that, it seems to be really good. Rhea seemed to be used to such scenes. We naturally avoided the topic and urged the other girls to continue their self-instructions. Hold on, I'm really just going to move that over a little bit. How does that affect me? Okay, that affects me quite a lot, actually. Okay, let's do this. Right here. This right here. There we go. Okay, cool. And then I'll literally just do it like so. So it works out all the same. Oh wait, no, I'm actually tweaking now because okay, so hold up. Let's see here. Maybe I can just do all that. There we go. Much better. 2 seconds. Press here. There we go. Now I can do both. Okay, perfect.
やりづらいな。最近ミリアだよ。よろしくね。
Jesus Christ. Okay. Did you want to do that again?
私は宝生マー
Fuck
ゴよ。
yeah.
可愛い子がいっぱいで舌なめずりしちゃいそう。
Okay, she's definitely trying to get her munch on. You know what? Honestly, respectful as fuck. Okay, she's kind of grown on me. She definitely okay. You have now been awarded top 4. Congratulations.
使徒ありさ。おめえらと慣れ合うつもりはねえから。
Fuck you. Okay. Moving on. We have too many good people in this game to be worried about this. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, I know some of you are probably gonna be like, oh, but she's so pink, like, blah. But like, I don't know, I'm not seeing the vision. I am not seeing it. Like, we have so many others that are showing so much more emotion, and yet the one we want is the exception to the rule. That's crazy.
アリサさんですよね。どうしてマスクを？顔を見られるとまずいんですか？
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, I know like a lot of people, like, look how expressive, look how happy she is. It's so cute. It's so cute. She's getting added to the top 5. You have been added now. Congratulations. Yeah, like you. I thought she had weapons on her. No, it's just a part of her costume. Well, like, why is she hiding? Like, Jenny, like, are you okay? Like, are you sick? Like, it's okay. Or you just trying not to get other people sick is why you.
くっせえな。おめえに関係ねえだろ。
とっても気になります。名探偵の血が騒ぐん
That
です。
detective blood is boiling.
それ以上絡みやがったら殴るぞてめえ。
Okay.
君たち、いさかいはよそう。
I forgot. So, I really wonder where her power is because it looks like a type of shadow, like a droop over or a mask to hide herself. Which I know she got like the mask that you wear like during COVID, and I wore a lot previously before that. But to know that her like hoodie literally drips, like is dripping over. Maybe it's like a type of shadow magic. Hers is gonna be like a nightly one. I assume it's gonna be like more of a support or like really good defense to protect everyone else. I know she's like an idol, but the fact that there even is magic that we're actually seeing, mind you, we haven't seen any magic yet up to this point. So like, low key, I knew this was called like magical witch trials, but I thought they'd be like granted the power like shortly after, and they all have to figure it out. You know, it's like more of a gamble if you're even gonna show your magic or not, which it seems to be the case with everyone else here.
シェリー君に苛立つ気持ちはわかるが、まずはお互いのことを知らないと。
That is fair.
私のことさりげなくディスってません？
You just inadvertently looked down on me? Damn. Okay, low key kind of base. Okay, kind of fucking base. Hold on, let's go back here. Did she just look down on me? Maybe she did. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, hold on, let me scroll off low. I saw a download and then, oh wow, there's 15 of these. How long is? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Let's do this. A little more. I know you are very unhappy with Shirley right now, but what we need more is to understand Shirley.
そんなことはないさ。少し黙っててほしいとは思うけれど。
Because that's a very big differentiation here. The thing is, she said we or I know you are very unhappy. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, if she said we, then yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you did kind of look down on me like dead ass. Meaning that Mao Ya did not mean it that way. I did indeed hope you could be a little quieter.
了解しました。
I got it. Cool, that's great. If the detective isn't a murderer, how bad is that going to be? 'Cause
あと残っているのは
With that one red-haired bitch that's really getting on everyone's nerves right now with the mask is definitely going to be a culprit at some point. And when she dies, Shirley is going to have a fucking field day, and I cannot wait to see it. And after we finish up the introductions, I might call it there. Overall, this has been actually like really entertaining. The young girl who had been curled up in a ball against the wall like a turtle suddenly pulled out a sketchbook. And she literally has like the little like sleeper ram, and it's got like a little hat. That's cute. Yeah, she doesn't talk much, but she's got something. Whether because she was unable to speak or for some other reason, she wrote the words in her sketchbook and then held it up for everyone to see. Alright, let's see what you got. I am Natsume On. From now on, please do not try to speak.
黒部なのか
Okay, kind of based actually.
私の名前は二階堂ヒロだ。
Ooh, I like that we already brought the smile already. Anyway, Shiro Nikaido.
ヒロちゃん。
The fuck they kept calling her Hero. But that sounds so crazy because I'm literally reading it. Yeah, Hero, but then she called herself Shiro. I'm just gonna assume it's just a trick. I guess it was just one of those things. Let's call her Shiro since that's yeah. See, is this design not cool? I wonder if she has summoning magic. Like that would be like, really, really sick. Almost everyone had finished her with their almost everyone had finished their self-introductions, but there was still one girl who had not participated in the conversation at all. Mind you, one of them came and talked, and yet she didn't. It is that girl who had been constantly changing the layout indoor and meddling with the indoor objects on her own accord.
君だけまだ名乗っていないんだが、名前を教えてくれないか？
名前？ノアはノアだよ。城ヶ崎ノア。
Kurosaki. Interesting. Alright. That's interesting. Girl calling herself a Noah immediately went back to feeling with the items in the
全員の名前が知れて何よりだよ。
Now, at least I know how to address everyone. That's
ここにいる意味は私にもわからない。けれど、冷静に行動するべきだと思っている。とにかく、騒がず落ち着いて説明を待とうじゃないか。
As soon as Rhea finished speaking, and I think that will be... That monster horror flew out from the ceiling vent. The girl's eyes were fixed upon.
人がいっぱい。
Oh, that's fucking sad.
改めまして、この屋敷で管理を任されている可愛いフクロウ、極長と申します。
この袋、さっきモニターで見た。
I'm curious to see what he says.
刑事とかもあるので、さっさと説明をしていきますね。あと、すんごく申し上げにくいんですが、皆さんは魔女になる因子を持っています。
The scene suddenly became noisy, and an uneasy atmosphere.
魔女？魔女って何？
Emma shook her head at a loss for what to do. Witches are merely fictional figures that exist in anime, mangas, or movies. We just saw a bitch use magic. What are we talking about? Okay. I want to reread on this. It is with great regret that I must inform you all that you each possess the factor to become a witch. How the fuck does that work for Little Miss Nun over there, though? Alright. These are really fictional, yep. At this moment, however, someone suddenly announced that this was real. As ordinary people, they naturally connect.
偉い人が決めた話では、魔女はこの国にとって最悪をもたらす悪らしいんです。我が国の法に基づいた全国検査によって、皆さんはその因子が大きく検出された存在。
Oh, okay.
この国にとってあまりに危険であると判断され、この牢屋敷への収容が決まったんですね。
How's this murder mystery then?
いずれ魔女になる可能性があるとなると野放しにはできませんので、つまり皆さん、この世界に害をなす悪者ってことで
This food
ご
you're
納
nothing.
得ください。
はあ？なんだお前キモ。そんな検査やった覚えないんですけど。
私に文句言われましても、私はただの可愛いフクロウなので、皆さんにはこの春から囚人として生活してもらいます。救済がなくもないのですが、大魔女さえ見つかれば皆さんの呪いを。
Oh, the Great Witch. Become a
Ah.
friend.
でも期待とか持たせてもよくないですよね。忘れてください。シャワーも娯楽室もあるので、ここで余生を楽しく過ごすとかどうですかね。
囚人？
Yeah, that shit's. Except my prisoner, I'm worried about rest of my life. Emma's thoughts didn't seem to be keeping pace with the unfolding reality. To suppress her racing heartbeat, she pressed her hand against her chest.
あ、ちなみに看守はかつてここに収容された者が魔女になってしまった姿です。
Oh shit. I used to guard
慣
this
れ
place.
果
Okay,
て
so
と
guard.
呼ばれています。多くの魔女になった者は処刑されますが、組みしやすいものをマインドコントロールしてます。逆らったら殺すように洗脳してしまったので、ほんとすみません。逆らったら死んでください。
Thanks, man. What would I do without you? Girl's gazes were fixed on the black-clad monster guarding the entrance. That monster was once human. After becoming a witch, it turned into such a wrecking. The girl's expression spoke of the disbelief within their hearts. What the fuck are you smiling about? In the heavy silence, it was Nikaido Hiro who took the first step forward. A young girl with delicate features spoke in a clear, crisp
間
voice.
違いです。私は悪ではない。
Who the fuck are you lying to? Hiro seemed to possess absolute confidence, with not a trace of hesitation in her voice, immediately following
こ
them.
の国に最悪をもたらす危険因子は、この子の方だ。
And points at me. Yep, switch. She extended her finger and pointed at Emma. That true? Are you evil? That's crazy. Why didn't you tell us? But Lulu leaned against Emma, her palm gently supporting Emma's arm. And although she was not looking directly at her, Malulu's concern seemed to be sincere. At least she's got somebody to help. Yeah, like, fuck you, bitch. I got Malulu. Like, I know I'm not evil. Regarding the allegations against Hiro, the warden sighed, feeling a deep sense of trouble from the bottom of his heart.
頼みます。悪者を受け入れてください。私は残業したくないですし、みんな平和に楽しくがいいので。
At least he's honest with it, because, let's be real here, they are kind of crazy. And knowing that even one of them could be the Great Witch is kind of insane. Let's see here. Boy, let's try to
間違っている。私は悪じゃない。
that said. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. Love that. Huh. 1 second, everybody. Let's get this one going. Quick, do right. I even call it right there. really getting interesting. Like, okay. I think this is actually like a really good point to end it on, because literally now we got like actual conflict and the drama's really getting started here. So honestly, we'll call it right there. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If so, have yourself a good day, night, or evening, and stay tuned for the next future calamity. Peace out. And go and enjoy this music. This OST is pretty good. Because outside of this, I've now found any that sounded like really, really nice. So, have yourself a good one. Peace out.